Hello and welcome back to our weekly football banter show where I team up with one, two, or even three fellow football fans to relive the drama from the weekend. We crown the heroes, we roast the villains, and argue about who really deserves the spotlight. Do you fancy jumping in? If you do, drop a comment and you could be part of the crew next time, especially if you're glued to the top European football action. We are always scouting for fresh voices. And I have managed to scout for some voices today, and they are Tomasz. First time for Tomasz on this show. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and an honor.
Tomasz, your name sounds like you're from Poland. Is that correct?
Well, I'm from Poland, and then you can see something's wrong with my shirt here because it's not a Polish team. Because I live in Germany, and I'm also a fan of Bundesliga, of course. So I will try to bring a little bit of information from the Bundesliga into the show. Yeah. Let's see how it will work.
Spice it up with some German Bundesliga for sure. And of course, we have a returning guest, Jenks, who was here last week. So thank you very much for coming on again, Jenks.
Good evening. Yeah, pleasure to be here.
All right. So this show is about naming our heroes, villain teams, and takeaways of the week. And the first segment is, who knows? It's the team of the week. And who would like to start?
You can start, Vanek.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
No, you will be really pleased with my selection, Jenks.
Okay.
As a Spurs fan, and this is coming from an Arsenal fan, I can't help it. But this week, I'm going to give it to you because I don't think anyone saw that victory at the Etihad's coming. So well done, Spurs. Well done, Tottenham Hotspur. 2-0 away from home. And getting one of our rivals, one of the Arsenal rivals, out of the way so early. Yeah. I'm really pleased and
optimistic there, I think. Yeah.
So that would be my team of the week. Okay.
So you really think they're out of the way already after the second game, Zdeněk?
Absolutely. If you lose to Tottenham at home, that's really going to impact your mood, and I think you will.
I think
you can't get over that.
Yeah,
getting too confident after a couple of set pieces, Arsenal fans.
That's what we do. We only score from set pieces. 90% of our goals are from set pieces, as you know. So, yeah, we have 6 points just like you guys.
Now.
So, Tomasz, what about you? Who did you choose as your team of the week?
Well, if we were talking about the Premier League, no?
But
any league.
I would probably have to wait what Jenks says. But in the Bundesliga, every fan in Germany would say, unfortunately, after the first match day of Bundesliga, it's Bayern Munich who just destroyed a very good team of RB Leipzig.
Yeah.
And we all have this feeling of having once again a boring season, and I hope I'm wrong. But if it will develop this way, we will have nothing to be happy about and to wait for in the Bundesliga, because Bayern would probably win it after I don't know how many games. It was incredible how they played. So the level that at the moment no other team has. So you have to choose Bayern Munich in Germany after first match.
Reluctantly, you're going for Bayern Munich. But I want to ask you: did Harry Kane score a hat-trick or something again?
Yes, he did.
Oh God!
So let's talk about it later in the show.
I see what you're going to do there. Spoiler alert, everyone.
Okay.
Jenks, what about you?
Yeah. I did watch some of that Bundesliga game, and it's a shame because Leverkusen seems to have their squad decimated. So I don't really think they have a hope. And Ten Hag, I'm not sure about. But even like Gaffe this morning is meant to be leaving as well. So the whole half their team's gone this year. So yeah, I don't know much about Dortmund. I know Gittins went as well, but it seems the other teams are getting plucked off for their talent. But yeah. Anyway, my team of the week. Yeah, I probably agree with you, Zanek. I think this kind of game does suit Tottenham. And to be honest, Tottenham have beaten Man City a lot recently. We are kind of their bogey team. So I wasn't too surprised. I think it suits Thomas Frank. We saw in the PSG game, I think Spurs were unlucky not to win that game. Last 10 minutes, I think maybe tired legs or, PSG best team in the world kind of thing. But yeah, I don't think Man City gave Spurs too much trouble. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised that Spurs are we above you or top of the league with Arsenal?
No, because we probably have a better score.
Better
How
goal
many goals did
difference,
you
yeah.
score in the first game? How many goals
3.
did you score? Right, so we have 6 now in
Yeah.
total. So
Yeah.
if you have 3, that means you are only
One
second,
behind.
only second by 1 goal. One goal
Yeah.
difference. Yeah. So.
But I'm still not sure Arsenal will be in the title race. I still think there's a lot of work to do going in the attack.
Obviously,
Yeah. Be interested to see what happens tonight. I think tonight's going to be the best game of the weekend.
Correct. Yeah. That's Liverpool playing against. Who is that?
Newcastle, the Isak
Newcastle.
thing.
Yeah.
At Newcastle.
Yeah.
So there'll be
Away,
a lot
right?
of a big crowd there. Yeah, so the crowd will be up for that.
Let's hope they do what Tottenham did and steal some points from the favorite. All right. Let's continue with the segment number 2. Thomas, would you like to go first for this one?
I go first.
Yeah.
Well, I have to do something that Polish fans don't very like to do.
What is it?
Oh, if the fans of your show know it, but a normal, healthy Polish football fan is always against Germany and England. Thanks, I'm very sorry, but it's like
That's okay.
our trauma is so deep. So we have lost so many games against those two teams. If
Okay.
we have to speak positively about some German or English players is very difficult for us. Yeah. So that was the joke part of my commentary to it. And really, you have to say something about Harry Kane after this first match.
Again.
Because again, that's what the manager of Bayern Munich said. Again, he's doing it every time. He's doing it just like he wants to, and he scored 3 goals at the moment. That the game was already played. It was 3-0 for Bayern Munich, and then he scored 3 wonderful goals. So you can see the potential of Bayern Munich getting really far this season, no? with this bunch of players who are in top form now. So I think he's the hero of the first match day in Germany. The defense of Bayern Munich had lots of fun watching this game.
Yeah. Okay, lovely. So, Jenks, what about your hero of the week then?
Yeah, a very good choice there, Thomas. I'm glad he's although it's painful to see him not at Spurs, I'm glad he's being recognised and appreciated everywhere else for probably the best striker in the world, number 9 that he is really. We always knew it at Tottenham, but yeah, now I think everyone else can see it because he doesn't stand out in any area. Like he's not super quick, but he's just such a good player. My hero of the week would be the Crystal Palace fans who presented a wonderful banner against Mr. Marinakis of Nottingham Forest, the owner, with a gun held to, Morgan Gibbs-White, the player.
Yeah.
Morgan Gibbs-White head, because obviously Nottingham Forest they complained about Palace being in the in the Europa League. They got their
Right.
spot and everything, and we all know Maracana, or whatever his name is, Maracanis, is some like dodgy bloke basically, and what he did with Gibbs White to Tottenham, and the poster I just thought was so apt, and they're probably going to get a massive fine for it, but I think it was still worth it because they're just calling this kind of UEFA bullshit out for what it is. Like Chelsea have multiple ownership, City have multiple ownership. To deny Palace the right to go to Europa League is really harsh, just because of like a formal tick box type thing. So yeah, fair play to them.
So it's not one hero, but it's several people.
They
Heroes.
collect the hero who held the flag. I don't know, and who made the flag. It was very
The hero who held the flag, not the one who. Okay, so
one who made it.
the one who made it might not be the same one that held it as well, right? So
Probably not, because it was very professionally done.
so it's fair to say that the fans that did that.
Yeah.
Okay, nice one. I like that. That's a surprising choice there. And that's also this segment out of the way. Or have I not said mine?
You
No,
haven't
I haven't.
done it.
Yeah, what
haven't done
about
it
you?
yet. I'm forgetful. Okay, so my hero of the week is a player from Sparta Prague. His name is Emanuel Uchena. He's a Nigerian defender, and he scored 2 goals yesterday to help Sparta secure a win over another Prague team, Dukla Prague, 3-2, and scoring 2 goals as a defender is always nice. I could have chosen Timber from Arsenal, who did the same, but then again, it was a 5-0 victory, so I thought I might as well go for Uchena because they had to also turn around the result.
Touch
And
goals.
yeah, it was quite touch and go as well for Sparta Prague in that game. So nice achievement for this player. He looked very happy. Also, he's such a well-built player. It's amazing. His muscles, it's incredible, and he started well this season. Okay, that's my hero of the week, Emanuel Uchena, a Nigerian defender playing for Sparta Prague. And we continue with our villains, the bad guys. And maybe Jenks is the one who could start this one.
Yeah, I'd have 1 or 2 for this one. I could say the VAR again, but I did that last week. The one with the United where Lenny Euro put blatant push in the back and not ruled out, but they got a pen. But I probably will say the villain of the week is Eberiche Eze for stringing along
He's a hero.
Tottenham for
He's a
4
hero.
days, claiming that he's a Arsenal fan, Arsenal supports from the heart. But we all know that if Arsenal didn't come in, he would have signed for Tottenham. So is that a true Arsenal fan? I'm not so sure.
He would have
I'm not
never
so
done
sure.
it.
He
would
was.
have
He
never
was.
done.
He was on the
played
way
in
to
the
Tottenham.
academy. He was
He
never
rang
going
our.
to Tottenham.
No, he was.
It was just
He
a wind
rang.
up.
No, he rang Arteta the day before, but it was happening, and said,
You were
"Is there
there.
any chance Arsenal can come in for me?" But if he didn't, he would have come to Spurs.
You
And then
were
I
there.
say,
You
I
were there
question
when
whether
he
he's a
rang you.
true fan. Well, this is all the ITK from it. Yeah.
Don't believe this. I don't believe this for a second. He used to play for the academy, for the Arsenal academy when he was young. He would never
So
go
did
to
Harry.
Tottenham.
So did Harry Kane.
Yeah, but Harry Kane is Harry Kane. He's a traitor.
Ah,
He betrayed you too for Bayern Munich. Come on.
doesn't mean much when you play for the Arsenal academy when they drop you.
So let's put it this way: Eze did the right thing. He's your villain because you have the right to choose him as you are one of the guests on my show. But as the host of the show, I have to say that I would rather see him in the hero category for doing this. But I understand why.
Trick that.
Well, I understand why you would say that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Tomasz, what about you?
So I can see that the transfer topic will stay in the transfer phase. So now the villains are mostly the people who went somewhere they shouldn't have. And I have also this villain on this first match day because our team, Werder Bremen, played away in Frankfurt against Eintracht Frankfurt, and we've lost 1-4.
Oh
It was
Yeah.
a terrible game for us. And I would say, really awkward thing, I would have two villains of this match day. The first one is a week ago, our goalkeeper, who now went to Eintracht Frankfurt, etc. He went to Eintracht Frankfurt. He played a wonderful game on this first match day, and we've lost 1-4. And I have a feeling that the club wasn't prepared at all for it, because in our goal there was a very young goalkeeper who I don't think was able to play a good game against Eintracht Frankfurt away from home. And it was very difficult for us. We hoped for a comeback. There was already 3-0 as we scored our only goal of the game, and we thought maybe Werder Bremen would come back, but it didn't work. So for me, the villain is our ex-goalkeeper. There's now the other team, and it's just not right thing to do.
Sorry, Thomas, but it sounds a little bit like the villain is my ex-girlfriend or something like that.
Exactly. That's exactly what I thought, right?
She broke up with me, so that's why she's the villain.
And she is a villain.
Might have been right to do that to me, because I was the real villain. But let's give it to her, because I feel bitter about
Are they
it.
rivals, Thomas?
Funny
Are they rivals?
Well, it's not like our worst rival. No, the interesting part of the season will be that our greatest rival came back from the second Bundesliga, HSV, so Hamburger Sportverein. They are now in the first once again, so we have a derby, the North Derby, which is a great in the first Bundesliga. We all are waiting for it, and I have a second. A funny one, and I have to mention her, because it's not a football player.
Okay.
Yes, and it's a girl. It's a woman. After the game of Eintracht Frankfurt and Werder Bremen, there was an interview, and I think it made that meme of the season in the Bundesliga, because a young journalist of Sky Sports Germany, she have spoken to our player Friedel, and she confused him with the player of Eintracht Frankfurt because of the exchange shirt. And it was a situation you can't imagine, in which she asked how he feel after this wonderful game he won, and so on. And he said, I just want to inform you, I am a player of Werder Bremen. The most awkward situation of the season, right on the first match day. So it was really funny. She is a villain because it was not professional, you have to say.
Well, not knowledgeable enough.
But I saw that. The fact that I saw that, even though I would normally not be interested in that game, and the fact I saw that, and it was doing rounds on the internet, even in my internet feed. I think it makes it clear that it was a big thing to happen. All right. So am I the last one to tell their villain again? Well, my villain is Bruno Fernandes. And Manchester United played really well in that first game against Arsenal. Everybody said, well, they will be fine. But now they only have 1 point, because in their second game against Crystal Palace, it was none other than their captain, their skipper, Bruno Fernandes himself, who missed a penalty. He skied it. It went above the bar. But there is one funny moment that preceded that. I don't know if you heard about it, guys, but a few seconds before he took the penalty, the referee had nudged into him, and just nudged like it was an accidental thing. And he's a professional player. There's a lot of physical contact in football. Okay, it came from the ref. It can happen, but it apparently threw him off, because in the post-match interview, he referred back to it. And these are his exact words that he said. It upset me that the referee didn't apologize, and it triggered me at that moment. So this is what Bruno Fernandes said. Come on. No matter what happens, you should have scored that penalty. What are you talking about? Yeah, it was like a little nudge from the ref.
I saw it. They were both walking backwards. It wasn't really yeah, he didn't mean to
There was
do
no
it.
intention or anything, no malice in it. But the fact the referee didn't apologize had thrown him off. Had thrown him off for some reason. So that's why
Maybe he
he
should have given it to Mbuemo at that stage because he's pretty good at penalties.
absolutely. Yeah, well,
It sounds like a really
that's-
bad excuse for not scoring from the penalty spot.
yeah. So it's quite funny too. There's always something always happens. That's why this segment, this villain of the week, will always have its place on this show because there will always be something funny happening, in all leagues around the world. Okay, moving on to our takeaways of the week. Okay, shall I go first this time?
Yeah.
All right, my takeaway of the week is that West Ham fans are going absolutely nuts after 2 games. I kind of watch a few West Ham channels because there's Tomáš Souček playing for West Ham, so I'm interested to hear what they have to say about this particular player. Also, it's quite interesting to watch West Ham, but it's going from bad to worse from them. And I still think the fans are a little bit, I don't know, just that this is a club that doesn't have such like a recent history of winning much and of being in the top places. They have mostly been in either a mid-table team or in the relegation battle. They even went down a few times, then they came back. What I want to say is that why are they so why are they so mad about this? They lost 2 games. It can happen. I know that it's terrible. It's looking terrible. They're bottom of the league. Their score is 1-8. But that's my takeaway of the week. I think they should chill. They should take a chill pill and just support the team, stay behind the team, stand behind the team, and things will look up, I'm sure.
I noticed you didn't say that when the guy from last week was on.
Oh yeah,
The West
He
Ham
didn't
fan.
come. Yeah, Clive didn't. He couldn't do it this time. It was too much for him.
Probably, yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe he had some other things to do. He will come back for sure. Yeah, so that's my takeaway of the week. What about you guys?
You go first, Tomáš.
So, speaking about first Bundesliga, the takeaway of the week is the relegation situation and all of the fights that will come in the first German Bundesliga will be something really tough this year because there are many teams. I could already name 10 or 12 teams, and every one of them could go to the second one after this season. So I think that's the takeaway. We all have to be very careful, and Werder Bremen mostly, because it's very difficult to come back now. In the second Bundesliga, there are wonderful teams at the moment. Everybody wants to play in the first. Yeah. So the situation that HSV, the team from Hamburg, our great rival, lived the last many seasons after being this dinosaur of Bundesliga, how they were called, because they have never played in the second. And now they spent there so many years, so many seasons. So you already can see the good teams with the great history. After the relegation, they really get in trouble. So it's an important message for Werder Bremen fans, just like West Ham fans. We have to chill. We have to play every game as if it would be the last one of the season and fight for every point. No? Because it will be, for us, it will be a very interesting season.
Mm-hmm. Nice one.
Yeah.
I think it might be the same in the Premier League. To be honest, it's not.
There's 5 teams that could go down. Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like the newly promoted team started quite well, in my opinion.
Yeah, got a win.
Yeah. Sunderland got a win. Leeds got a win. Even Burnley got a win now. So
Yeah.
all of them have a win, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I
uh,
think there's more vulnerable teams this year with West Ham and
yeah,
Brentford and maybe Wolves. People are talking about those three being
and
vulnerable.
Man United too, of course.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to say Tottenham, but I can't anymore, unfortunately. So
Top of the league, mate.
yeah, top of the league doesn't sound right. It still doesn't sound right. I'm sorry, mate. We are friends, but this is I can't subscribe to this. I'm sorry.
And
You
champions
guys
of
can,
Europe.
but
And
you
champions
guys
of
can.
Europe. Don't forget that.
Champions of Europe. Oh,
Yeah.
don't know how that happened. Only because United had their worst season ever. But speaking of subscribing, if you guys are not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe now. Now is the time to do it because we have mentioned the word subscribe. But what else is left? Who else is left here? Everybody has said their takeaway of the week, haven't they?
I would say my takeaway. My takeaway would be
Ah,
that I think the transfer window should close before the league starts, because I think there's too. It's not fair for a lot of teams. This week, the Bologna manager had a player that kind of refused to play because he wanted to transfer. Even tonight, Isak with Newcastle,
Isaac.
Liverpool. It's a bit unfair for those teams that, or it's
Yeah.
a bit kinder for the teams that are playing Newcastle now. It's easier because they're not playing against Isak, the best player. I just think it should just be done. There's enough time. 2.5 months they've got to sort these transfers out. The whole of Europe should just agree and just close the window like halfway through August. I think it's better.
I
Like
agree.
even like you said with you haven't replaced your goalkeeper yet, so you've lost this match. So
Yeah.
it's not quite fair.
And there's some hot news as well that Ladislav Krejci, the Czech international who's playing for Girona, might be going to Wolverhampton Wanderers, and
Ah.
he's now taking a few days to decide apparently. But it's all like the deal is already done. Both
Where
teams
does he
agreed.
play?
It's up to him now to decide, and he's like he's not sure. He's taking a few days off to make this decision. So.
Yeah. Where's that from?
Czech player from playing for Girona for the
Yeah.
La Liga.
Yeah.
And it looks like it would be out of the frying pan into the fire because
Yeah.
both Girona and Wolverhampton Wanderers are in the relegation battle. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Well, I have to say, I hoped we will talk about Kivior on every show this year, but now,
Yeah.
no,
I hope
because
so
of
too.
but the trouble is the FC Porto, I think, tries
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
find
He's being
transfer.
sold. Yeah.
Shame because we only have 2 polls in the Premier League, so if he will go away, there will be only
Yeah.
Matthew, and that's
We have.
Villa.
It used to be more. We have the same issue, Tomáš.
Yeah.
We now have 3 there. We have Tomáš Souček. Vladimír Coufal left. He's playing in Bundesliga now.
Yeah,
actually,
and played a great game.
Or Hoffenheim. Yeah, so he's left. And then there are 2 goalkeepers who are number 2. So one of them is Kinski, Antonín Kinski playing for Tottenham. And then we have Václav Hladký at Burnley. Yeah, but because there's Dubravka now, became number 1, so he lost his position there. So yeah. Let's hope Ladislav Krejci joins as well. But guys, I want to thank you for coming on today. It's been lovely to talk to you as always. I don't always agree with you, especially with Jenks, but that's fine. That's it's part of that. It's part of banter, the football banter. So if you guys want, you can also let us know in the comments who your villains and heroes and teams and takeaways of the weeks are. We would love to know. And if you want to come on this show, you can, as long as you can speak English, then you could be one of the panel. Shall we say panel? You could be part of the panel here. All right, guys, you take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah. See you later.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you,
Bye-bye.
Tomáš.
Cheers.
Bye. Nice to meet you too. Bye. See you.
Bye, guys. Okay, and the final part of the show, as always, is obviously the vocabulary of the week. And this time it's the phrase to get plucked off for the talent, which is something that Cenk said. And he said exactly this: the other teams are getting plucked off for their talent. And I can't remember what he was referring to. I think he was, I don't know exactly anymore, but basically it means that the better teams are always sort of stealing the best players from the other teams. They are always there to, to pay the money because they can afford it and take away the players. They poach the players, and there's nothing you can do about it. Perhaps, it also ties into what Jenks was talking about in his takeaway of the week. Perhaps the transfer window should be shut early to prevent this from happening. But to be honest, it's part of the food chain, as we say. Like, there's a food chain, right? The top clubs, the top dogs, they always steal the best players from the lower teams. It's money talks, right? That's all it comes down to. That's all it boils down to at the end of the day, right? It's all about money. It's all business. We don't like to hear it because we love football. For that passion and for the love of the sport, but this top football, unfortunately, is about money. It is what it is as well. And that's the final words of today's show. Thank you very much for listening and watching on the YouTube channel, and don't forget to give this video a like. That's a must, by the way. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye bye.